Hey, and welcome to Portland Retro Game Expo 2024 for the Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R Top 3. I am Tabby. I am joined with Dasani. Dasani, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You're doing.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Enjoying my time at the convention. Gotta look around a little bit. Gotta make a couple purchases of some cool retro games. I bought a copy of Trails in the Sky for the Sony PlayStation P. You should play some Trails in the Sky, but you should also play some Guilty Gear because we are here for the Plus R Top 3. One of the more competitive brackets that we've had for Plus R in the past couple months or so. Just all the warriors showing up, trying to get a piece of that prize pool.
Yeah, I'm not the most familiar with past Plus R events we've run, but I know TJ has done very well recently at a lot of major Plus R events. Yep. Watches, historically a very strong Axel player from here in Portland.
Yeah. Watches has been one of the de facto Axel players within Guilty Gear for a long time. TJ is actually sort of the opposite end of the spectrum. Newer player came up in the last couple of years, primarily over the online era during the pandemic, and started out by playing Soul Bad Guy, so they should know how to handle exactly what Pericles wants to bring to the table, but they have recently switched over to Testament and really been putting in the work in there, and that's really where they've been showing all their strength to situations. I think it was 9th at Combo Breaker, and it was 5th at Slashback, were the two events that I remember, as well as they're doing as well as a lot of online events and whatnot.
Yes, consistently. I know they were at also Boston Blue Beat.
Yes, yeah, I don't remember how they did. TJ, you can hear me. How did you do at Boston Blue Beat? No? Okay, we'll figure it out.
I think it was top 8.
Top 8, yeah. Yeah. So, did very well. Does very well when they travel out. Pericles is someone who's also been there. Is one thing to note, has been their mentor for a lot of it. Has been someone who's really helped them get to this next level. Been playing with them a lot, so they know kind of the bag of tricks that they want to bring out. But it's it's that ebb and flow of being a Soul player, knowing how the Soul player that taught you wants to think. It's going to be very interesting.
I feel like that's something that we're going to see a lot here, where this is definitely going to be very much player versus player matchups, as these three have been. Every time Guilty Gear Plus R is held here in the Pacific Northwest, all three of them come out. All three of them do amazing. Even just at weekly meetups, all three of them consistently, whenever Plus R is here, they're here.
Yep, absolutely. So it's going to be exciting to see as soon as the players get ready and get on deck. Though, folks, whoever's left in the crowd, going to get you to make some noise. Thank you. Yeah. Celebrating some wonderful, wonderful Plus R action here in Portland, Oregon. I do want to just give a big shout out to everybody who's been helping out with the event, from our production side to the TO staff to all y'all. You make this stuff happen, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. It's been great.
Yeah. So yeah, looks like I think we're just resolving a couple of issues that are going on right now with, it happens. But players are just getting ready, getting warmed up, thinking about it. You can see, look at Jay, just sitting there, hands on his chin, thinking, trying to figure out, okay, how do I figure it out? How do I get into the mind of this young Zoomer with nearly unlimited free time to grind this decade-old game?
Nothing scarier than a teenager with
no
light. Oh no, that sounds mean.
No.
I'm sure TJ's
got a job. They're in school. They have responsibilities, but definitely being able to put all that time and practice into Plus R, outside of that, has helped a lot with them getting to the level that they're at right now. So.
Yeah. That's my fault. I was quoting the meme.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. But we can also talk a little bit about the previous portion of this top 8 that we did have earlier. I don't recognize all the players, but it does look like we had Captain Killam, who made it through to fight Digital Watches in the first round of Winterside Top 8, who did end up losing to Watches, where Watches then beat TJ Brown 3-1 in Winners Finals. Pericles and TJ Brown actually had to play in the first part of this Top 8, so they did get a... this is a run back of that set.
I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see, because it was 2-0 TJ Brown.
Really?
So that is TJ taking it over Pericles, but this being further down the line in the losers finals, it is 3 out of 5. That's more time for adaptations and more time for figuring stuff out, as well as you've already played them. Someone you have played in the past, you know how they play. You might be able to fully make those larger scale, longer set adjustments, but it's can you do it with that gap in between having to make the loser side of the bracket run.
I do know that's one thing Pericles is very good at. He can read his opponents, and then just in those scramble situations, Plus R plays very, very well.
Yes, I call him the king of the omelet because he loves to live in the scramble. Right, he's very much willing to just, it's something I've played him in. I want to say basically every game we've played. If it gets down to a weird combo drop tech situation last touch, he's always
Yeah.
like he's always has the match exactly counter to the match that you want to be bringing out. So it'll be interesting to see if it allows to get to that point. TJ though is playing that Testament, so they are able to like control those situations even a little bit better with things like EXE Beast, if they're able to set up into a tree, if they're able to set up into like a wide variety of things.
That is the scariest thing about Testament, probably. Just setting a tree down in neutral or setting a net down in neutral, accidentally air dash into it, and you're dead.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like soul-specific responses that you'd be bringing out to
5K
like that.
probably.
Like, well, but you can still get blown up by the tree, right?
Yeah.
Like that's always thing you have to worry about. You kind of like once that tree is out, then that gives the Testament a lot of time to just come in.
I wonder how 2D interacts with tree. Because I imagine it might go like not under it, but like...
No, I think the tree bot because you can't grind Viper under it.
Oh, that's
so
rough.
if the tree's there, you kind of just like have to deal with it, and you have to like it's like tree, and then they set like web like here on the screen. You kind of just have to hold it and allow the Testament player to come in and get their party started.
It's probably just, a very reactionary matchup. See where they place their nets, see where they place the tree, and then go weaving around over, under.
Yeah, I'm trying to like. Jay's gonna bring something crazy out of pocket.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
already like running the situations in my head of what he can do, but so we'll see what he can do. But to sort of circle back on what some of our top 8 that we had as well is we did have Jacob here, which I believe this is. I have to look at their Star GG image to make sure this is the Kai player Jacob,
Yes.
who plays Kai in every single Gear game.
Really?
At least, I don't know if they play Strive, but I know they play Kai in Exert and they play Kai in Plus R. But
Oh, yeah.
and then as well as we had Why Have I Done This, who was on the loser side of the bracket, did end up losing to Lesbian War Crimes, who was one of the TOs who was helping run this whole bracket. Shout outs to Sam. She did lose to Captain Killam, though, in that next phase of the top 8. So, we've definitely gotten a lot of matches, a lot of people who, like, in my opinion, this is where I expected the bracket to go. This is the top 3 that I had, but I was not sure it would be in this order. It could have been any of these players on the winner side and on the loser side.
Yeah, this is typically the Portland top 3.
Yep. And here we are now, finally getting into the thick of it. These players lock it in, making sure that they get on the right stage as well.
Most important part of Plus R.
Well, I think the most important part is playing the game.
Yeah, but like the stage is so pretty.
Yeah, a lot of really good stages here. A lot of beautiful sprite work done for these games that have been lasting. Like I said, this version of the game is now 12 years old. It just turned it because it was September 2012 when the Plus R version was released. So sprite work still holds up, still looks beautiful. Just like these two players are going to make this gameplay look beautiful as they get into it.
The losers finals of Exit Core Plus our top 8, and now it is underway. Get over here.
All right, yeah, and immediately just trying to check with Far Slash to like stop TJ from doing anything too crazy, but TJ does find Tree into EXE Beast, forcing Pericles to play a little bit more defensively here.
It does look like that's one of the things Soul can do in this matchup. He has such a fast run speed. Try to set EXE Beast, and they just run into it.
Yeah,
He
it
will
is
find the low.
It is very much like trying to find those options to get out of like Testament neutral, but finding a big jump in like that, being able to get a good throw set right here into the full Fafnir loops, clean hit right at the very end. We'll spend the meter.
Very impressive cross up there as well. But we're starting off that Testament pressure. Going to get an RC Far Slash. Not going to get much off of it. And Pericles does find his way back into pressure.
Finds a great run of 5K as well. Going to get the full stagger. Should Dust loop out in the corner? No, just sets it out at the very end. Gunflame FRC. And a big 6P hit right here at the very end for Pericles to take the first round.
Seeing the Sidewinder come out from Jay, I know he really likes to use those.
Yeah, it's something that I think he wants to kind of bring onto the mental stack early so that you're thinking about it, so then when he can start using it to FRC to like try to blow you up for punishing him for doing that. But we'll
He's
have
really good at those weird FRC options you don't see often.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, that's something that he's very expertise in, is forcing you into these scramble situations. Great DP, does RC, but no full follow-up afterwards, so TJ will find a hit. EXE Beasts as well, has to block the mix and doing a great job, but you can't block forever.
Testament here will get the puppet set up. But it doesn't matter, as Jay's going to find his way through.
Yeah, set up 1, still has 2 left on deck. EXE Beast gonna hit. Poison is ticking down, but couldn't find the pickup off that weird jump and hit, so the tree will have to do it. All right. Now gonna be, you're gonna see TJ, I think, just try to be a little bit more aggressive like we saw right at the beginning of that round right there. But Pericles not letting that get to them. Knocks him down with a revolver. Good trades out, though, so gives TJ a chance to try to escape the corner.
Double counter hit. TJ will find the Far Slash.
well. Gunflame trying to shut down those EXE beasts as they're coming. 5K gets a good anti-air.
Amazing burst bait there. Pericles has done a great job of keeping this corner pressure up.
First game going over to Pericles right there. Looking close though, 1 round apiece. Who is going to have the pleasure of fighting Digital Watches over at the Grand Finals?
Yeah, so Pericles off to some good stuff right at the beginning. And you're seeing once again these more
parry
aggressive
there.
options coming out. Yeah, good parry.
Blocks the overhead. TJ gets put in the corner.
Gunflame as well.
Phenomenal pickup there. Gonna get started on that corner pressure. We'll find the overhead. We're looping EXE Beast now.
Yeah, and this is the scary part. Like you're seeing once again, TJ finding an opening, but can't make too much of it happen right now, and does eventually find the route at the very end. Alright, yeah, good sets right here. Just setting up EXE Beast after the Badland loops, but a good 5K out, seeing that gap, seeing that they can take their turn back. Oh, and crosses up as well, but not able to make anything big happen just yet. Good FDs to just escape out of these situations.
Great pickup there from Pericles. Will force the burst out from TJ. Good pickup off the EX Beast. Looks like we might be starting Badland loops. No, we're just going to get the Curse. Curse, very strong option in this game. 3 just completely random moves coming out your opponent. I say completely random. That's not true.
There is a timing to them, but it's something that you have to play around. Pericles, of all people, would be someone who could, but TJ just going to make it work. DP does connect, even at the far slash right there. Tree gets popped. Oh, and Grand Viper does go under the 5H right there.
Clean hit. This should be kill. Just barely doesn't.
Yeah, but you had a quick little high-low mix right there. Could have chipped out as well. And now there we go. Trades once again for that aggressive round start. This time it's going in TJ's favor.
Badland loops, and we're setting the skull. Gonna get the skull connected.
Yeah. Good use of recognizing that the Ghost was going to come down to the EXE Beast to actually push him out of that form of additional block stun. There we go, just getting off the ground. 5K counter hits have been the story of this set for Pericles right here.
Gonna find the knockdown.
Yeah, but a good press out right there. Side swaps into the corner as well. Has the web to check as soon as they try to get out from the sky. Okay, does RC keeps himself safe after the Grand Viper gets blocked. Not able to pick it up. Pericles trying to make something happen. Big 5K confirm right here, but doesn't have the full meter.
Reversal super, not gonna find it.
Yeah,
There we go.
And just barely
The
still got
JP
right back.
coming
Pericles with the
out
jump
right
in,
there.
catching the air dash.
As we said, Pericles just great in those
And you
scramble
gotta admit
situations.
That burst steal off the RC from Ground Viper, kind of smash.
It was kind of snasty right there. The excellent burst steal coming through. So we'll see. Ooh.
TJ Brown's got to bring it
Can,
downtown, got to bring it all back right now. Testament's definitely the character to do it, and they are an up-and-coming player, super strong.
Here we go. Now set them up once more with these web loops in the corner. Do it again. Yeah, keep it going. Pericles, though, not wanting to burst, knowing it got scaled enough at the very end that it's not going to be a ton of extra damage like you would think it would be. But these big FRC loops are right here working
That
out
was
for TJ.
insane. Just looping EXE Beast. Pericles will find the mash out.
Yeah,
Bursting the Sidewinder. Or the...
yeah,
Grand Viper.
burst out of the Grand Viper. Like, Pericles had the RC as well to keep it safe on there, so really finding good use of that when TJ's just trying to go for these far slashes and 5Hs to close it out. But side swap's not going to matter this time. TJ finds the good mash, resets back to neutral, though. Pericles really doesn't want to be have their back to the corner in this matchup.
There is a web up there. It will hit!
Yeah, got hit by it as they were trying to do it. Reversal super out as well for TJ to take their turn back. Forces the burst out from Pericles. But
EX Badlands.
yeah, gonna do great. Still finds a hit, but not able to find the big ending route. TJ has to be very careful as they are 1 health away from losing. And JH is more of a character than some low tiers. Pericles putting themselves on match point.
I'm gonna go for the parry to start off.
Yeah, but
Get
was
the
it?
counter at 6H.
Yeah, the parry was a little early, though, so Pericles was actually able to naturally punish it right there. But there we go, parry working out once again, but is blocked as well. And so...
Ground Viper not connecting, but gonna start off pressure here. TJ will mash out of it anyway.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to be aggressive on the mash right there. Web not going to connect. connect either, even though it does proc, and that's Pericles closing it out.
Is taking that third game in emphatic fashion.
Yeah, excellent stuff from Pericles. Going to be moving on into the grand finals against Digital Watches.
Just a little bit more experience now. So, TJ Brown now finishing at third place. Give him a round
Yep,
of applause. for third place.
excellent stuff for Pericles right here. Put in the work. Like we were saying, TJ did beat them 2-0, so getting a full upset on the, or not upset, but just getting the run back.
And I think that says something about both these players. You know, both of them are able to take these 2-0s off each other. That was a 2-0 there for
Yep.
Pericles, right? Yeah.
Or 3-0. It was 2-0 versus a 3-0. So but
Yeah.
still, that is like showing that hey, that, like, it doesn't. It's gonna go like one way, can go even. Like all those matches were close on both ends of the spectrum. So anything could have happened in those sets. Pericles though was able to scramble it out at the very end. So now they will have to fight Digital Watches.
Run into time and time again here.
Okay.
Now, this is a double elimination bracket, so Pericles will have to defeat Digital
Yeah,
Watches
I'm
twice
curious to see what
to be able to win the tournament.
Pericles is going to end up doing, right? Like, they can just play Soul. That is
Yeah.
the character that they have put the most routing time into. It is their character through and through. But they could bring something crazy out. I've seen them play basically every character in the entire roster in a casual setting. Do they want to swap something up to feel a little bit more comfortable into the Axel Low matchup? Axel, a character who, if you've only ever watched him play in other games, is a little bit more traditional to that zoning style of gameplay that you would see with this Chains. In Plus R especially, Axel is based around playing in the mid-range. This is a playstyle that also Watches really helped push and really like showed to the extent of like you're wanting to stay, like I said, in that like third screen range.
He's like a mid-range rush down, which is very unique, very cool thing about Plus R. All
Yes.
these characters are so unique.
Yes, all these characters are really cool and unique, and there's a lot that you can do, a lot that you can learn, a lot of work that you can put in as we get into the grand finals right here. Sticking with the Soul Bad Guy for Pericles. I'm just immediately trying to check out with the early chains right here. 2H is going to connect early on, finds the crossover. That was pretty ambiguous right there. 6H going to get DP'd out, though.
He's gonna get bursted though, so Watches can keep the pressure on. Gonna be feinting that command grab.
Yeah, and the feint of the command grab is huge because the counterplay that you're traditionally looking for that is just to jump out of it, but in those corner situations where you're close, as soon as they try to jump out, if you feint it, boom, you're blowing them up with an anti-air. But this time, Pericles is getting a couple early hits on here, gets hit with the cross-up overhead once again, tossed out as well, should have the full combo with 75 meter as well to get some Axel Bomber loops right here at the very end to close it out.
And that will be round one going to Digital Watches.
Yeah, keeping it tight right there. It wasn't a full valid combo, but Pericles wasn't ready to get the master tech out of it right there. And there we
Great
go,
throw.
recognizing that situation happening, knowing that they can go for the air throw counterplay.
Come out, Gunflame FRC gonna go into full combo here.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Good bait on the reversal attempt right there. 2K still going to anti-air, though, because we need it to. And the FRC get the extension out as well. Watches looking like they can potentially see a run back right here. DP's on the 6H on reaction like they've been doing very well. Grand Viper doesn't connect, but we DP RC anyways to keep that round in our favor.
Just getting back in time to be able to DP and directly RC finishing off that. Round number 2 to Pericles is close.
Perry's gonna start the round out.
Yeah, big parry right at the round start right here.
That
Not-
parry is very scary from Axel.
It is very scary, but you're seeing Pericles already want to try to play around it, but if you see if they can keep as these layers going, continue to remember to play around it. The only thing that they need to remember right now is how to do these combos that lead to big damage and lead to tech situations that they like. Get a good knockdown Gunflame FRC, no mix though, but we'll just DP on our own minus frames.
It's the worst that could happen.
Well,
As you can see, for Pericles, it worked out.
the worst thing that could happen is that combo didn't kill right there like you thought it would. So this gives Watches a chance to zone out right here, but the full charge Bandit Bringer trades in the air. Pericles taking taking a game. Is that game one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we now, just playing patient. Bandit Bringer as it's trying to come out. DB clashes, but the second hit still comes through. And just immediately trying to make something happen right here, but Watches though Dealing extra damage where they can. Here we go. Goes for the feint, but has been feinting a lot. Feinting again and again and again. Pericles hasn't been biting on it until like a little bit later, so maybe we'll be seeing the full command grab actually come out for them right here. 6H gonna get blocked this time. Not getting DP'd on reaction like we've been seeing. 5K does connect, forces the burst out, but it's baited by our own hitbox right there.
I feel like that's one of the scariest things about Axel. It's so hard to burst that character.
Yes, yeah, it
He's
is.
so far away.
It's very hard. JLA had the right situation where you're looking to burst right there, but Watches, an expert on this character, was able to know the exact spacing they need to stay safe right here.
Great jumping.
Yeah, I was not expecting to jump in and connect right there with the low air dashes. FRC into the throw as well.
That's going to be full combo here for Watches.
Yep. Now here we go. Trades on opposite sides this time. No connection. DP goes for the follow.
feint.
Yeah, goes
Or
for
not
the
feint,
follow-up
follow-up.
on the whiff
Yeah.
right there, but Watches wasn't ready to counterplay on that, so they were trying to counterplay the no-hit right here, but instead, Axel dive right here should help close out that one. Watches now tying at 1-1.
Second game right there, going to Digital Watches, answering right back. So it's going to be one apiece now. It is usually pretty close between these two trading partners, and I expect nothing different.
Yeah,
I love
like-
the way Watches changes colors.
Oh yeah, you have to. You
It's
know,
so great.
you always got to keep them on their toes. You can't just be playing the same color every time.
Yeah,
Fashion
don't
is
get predictable.
temporary, but Guilty Gear is eternal right here. Good use of the JH trying to connect right there, or JS. I know-
Pericles has been using a lot of these DPs, and I think Watches is starting to expect them, play around them more. Great 5K there.
Yeah, but that's also that layer right there. Pericles was expecting them to expect the DP, so they instead just went for the 5K anti-air on the cross-up attempt. And now Pericles, staying very patient and delays the Grand Viper right here. Confirms into the super as well with the clean hit and a quick air throw after the post-tech
Phenomenal.
situation to take that round.
Beautiful there from Pericles. That's some great A soul.
Yep. And a big counter hit Bandit Bringer right here at the start. So into Sidewinder loops as well. Just knocked down after 3, keep it basic, but the 2D still connects on whiff.
Going for these anti-airs here.
Yep.
Baiting out the burst. Watches will not bite.
Yeah,
Great 2D.
tried to dive, but Pericles is just spaced outside of it, so it's not going to end up working in their favor. Jumps out of the crossp as well. Dust connects. Command Grab Feint, though, going to give them a big 2H start right here. This is going to be a large chunk of damage. Watches, though, doesn't have the meter to get the bomber loops that they're looking for. Tried to parry out, but Pericles is to keep aggressive with the DPRCs.
Gunplay Marcy to try and maintain pressure, and there we go with the charged Bandit Revolver.
Yeah.
Another strong read right there from Pericles. Looking
Yeah,
real good. Having a
Pericles
little
just
bit
keeping that
of
aggression. Now, like we were saying before, as soon as they're in the scramble, they are in that situation that they're the most comfortable in. Yeah, burst out the parry right there, knowing that, hey, this is an opportunity that I have to actually burst when they're staying up close to me, and I can try to take my turn back. Tried to double jump to bait out another reversal attempt right here, but Watches staying patient this time. But missed the bomber loop. Unfortunate. This is going to be a big damage. Pericles can finish the combo on his plate, but instead we'll just get a counter hit trade right here.
Ground Viper will start off the pressure here.
Yeah, you go into the RC into the Gunflame feint as well, trying to get Watches to stay in the sky, but Watches more than comfortable to stay on the ground. 2D will connect right here. Gunflame going to give him one more big opportunity for some mix, but stood right up. RC up the Grand Viper. Hit him out one more. FRC, keep it tight, Pericles. Could have bursted right at the very end, but smart to choose not to. We're not trying to Cali burst here. We are in Portland, Oregon. We're trying to stay a little bit stronger. Here we go. Dust clashes off the 2D right there. Oh my god.
This game is art. Daisuke is truly an artist.
Yeah.
Going for the DP to get the knockdown there.
Yeah, 2S whiff off of the quick tech situation, so Watches that waited a little bit. Still gets opened up by the 2K2D into the Bandit Revolver, keeping him hitting with the lows again and again. Jade trying to find this bracket reset.
Full combo here from Pericles. Phenomenal. That was beautiful there.
FRC keeps the turn. DP clashes though, but this time Watches keeping it in their favor. Goes for the 6H counter hit trade. Okay, now Grand Viper whiffs, couldn't RC it, so it could have been a chance for Watches to make the party start, but Pericles did a good job of bursting out right there. They did a good job of finding that throw, getting the OTG extra damage as well.
That will take the round.
Yeah, Pericles sitting at reset point right now, and hopefully trying to get through the rest of this pretty quickly. That back hit of the 6P right there, gonna connect. First slash, right? Yeah.
Bomber loop time.
Yeah.
Bomber loop over.
Down. Good. Oh, I like that. It was ambiguous if it was actually going to cross over or not, but Pericles still finding a chance to block it out. Use the
Rensen FRC, so strong in this game.
Oh yeah, it's a great gap closer. Great use of the reversal, but didn't have the full pickup from full screen as that hit is a little tight. But this is Pericles' chance to make something happen. Finds a big hit, uses the RC off the Grand Viper to keep it burst safe as well as Watches was trying to tie it up 2-2. But instead, you're taking over half your life right here. UFO gonna come down, but it's gonna whiff into the clean hit super right there. Gunflame, keep it tight, but Watches keeps it even tighter right at the very end, and she ties it up 2-2.
It is 2 apiece here. Final game in the first set here of Grand Finals. Could it be over, or could there be
we'll
a
have to see which of these players can close it out right here. If Pericles can bring it to a reset, however, Watches finding an early hit, kind of getting Pericles' number on these round starts that they've been doing for. They'll need to bring something new out right here. JS gonna connect FRC with the Rensen as well. Dust gets blocked as well from that tip range. It's always a little tricky to block that.
And we're going back to neutral here, both of them playing very safe, but the 6H will find Pericles.
Yeah, I really liked, good throw punish right there. But I want to comment on Watches started using Rensen to punish those gun flames that were happening in the mid-screen, as it is treated as a projectile, so it does destroy the gun flames that come out from a further down. And Watches now, I think, is in their flow state, in their ready-to-go state here, as they're now sitting at tournament point.
Watches here just has such insane game awareness, knowing those Rensens, like everything Soul has.
Yep, and
The counter won't work.
yeah, Pericles though having that sense in this round to get the read on how Watches wants to be going, knowing how one of their training partners wants to think and know how to close out with a near perfect as well. It is anyone's round.
Could it be a reset? Could it be the end of the tournament? I need the crowd to let me know what they think.
Yep. And here we go, set him out, 6H. Gonna get reversal back in there with a dead angle right here. 6H connecting once again, 2Hs. Watches though, trying to keep it tight, finds a great air-to-air with that super jump right there. Finally jumps the command grab, the first time it's come out in this entire set, and Pericles is ready to at least get one good old-fashioned clean hit Sidewinder on it.
Fortunately, can't find the full combo, and now it's going back to Watches pressure.
Yep. Stagger out, FRC off the Rensen. 2D though, gonna connect. Rensen was too low right there. Watches, or I think Pericles could have gotten a bigger punish, but it's always a little crazy because you're never expecting that Rensen to whiff right there. Big connection, scramble out though. Pericles does have a chance to burst right here, but Watches keeps it tight.
Phenomenal there from Digital Watches. Honestly, phenomenal from both players.
Yes.
Both were playing at their best. Cartwheel on the stage. That's what we love to see here.
That is the Watches classic. Hit him with the cartwheel. Oh my goodness. Excellent stuff from our top 3, from our whole top 8 as a whole, but we need our top 3 on stage as we need to get out of here as quickly as we can because they are wanting us to wrap things up here at Portland Retro Game Expo. It's been an excellent showing, and it's been a grand old time being able to commentate some Plus R with you here, Dasani.
I've had an amazing time, Daddy. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. I think we might be going live to. Cool. Yep. So. Thank you all for showing through. We'll be cutting over to our stages, and then we'll be cutting off. Oh, we're done? We're not even cutting to the medals. Thank you all for coming through to Portland Retro Game Expo. Make sure to tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. for some more fighting game action happening right here on Twitch.tv.
Good night.
Woo.